Hey there everybody, welcome back to my channel for another acrylic pouring video. Today I'm really excited. I'm doing a Dutch pour, so I've got my blow dryer here. A Dutch pour is one type of painting that uses a blow dryer. It uses air to blow the paint across the canvas. I use the term Dutch pour loosely. There are different types of Dutch pour. There's different types of paintings that use blow dryer or use your mouth to blow paint across the canvas. And I'm not going to be super technical with which one I'm doing because it doesn't really matter. To me, a Dutch pour is a category that uses air. Some people call it an air swipe. So there's different ways to talk about it. For me, a Dutch pour means very thin paint, usually no silicone, and you're using air. Okay, got the definitions aside. My colors today are in my blue palette. So I've got this metallic sea mist, metallic teal, Caribbean blue, this dark navy, and then my base coat is white. My base coat, I'm using a mix of Apple Barrel and Sargent paint. I've had good success with the mix of those two paint brands in my base coats for Dutch pours and other things. So that's what I'm using. All of my paint is mixed with Floetrol and then with water. Now, here's where I deviate slightly from a typical Dutch pour. An official Dutch pour generally just uses paint and water. But if you're going to do a paint and water Dutch pour, you have to be using very high quality paint. Otherwise, the paints don't really hold up when it's just paint and water. But if you use Floetrol, like with a typical one, you can use much less expensive paint. So I mix my paint about 1 part paint to 2 to 3 parts Floetrol, and then I thin it with water until it is nice and thin. And you can watch my video on how to mix and prep your paint for a Dutch pour if you're curious. Without further ado, let's make a painting. So start out by putting the base coat on. So for an 8 by 8 inch canvas, I've got about 4.5 ounces of paint. I'm going to start by putting about half of that on the canvas and blowing it out, and we'll see if I need more. My blow dryer knocked all my paper towels on the floor. I got some dust in my paint. I think it's been a while since I used my blow dryer. So I'm just getting those out really quick. And clearly I need some more paint. So I'll add just a little bit more to get it to cover. Using the blow dryer to actually cover the canvas helps give you an idea of how your paint is going to behave, what blow dryer setting you need, that kind of thing. So I like doing that rather than spreading it with a palette knife. Okay, so it looks like my paint is actually on the thicker end of what you'd want for a Dutch pour. So it's still plenty thin enough to move, but I am using the highest setting on my blow dryer. So if your paint's going to be thick, you either need a lot of paint or a high blow dryer setting, or you just need to thin your paint down a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just getting the edges covered here, and then we'll start putting on the colors. Okay, canvas is covered with a nice layer of paint. Now it's time to put my paint on. So for this one, I'm going to do a puddle in the center. And I'm going to start with... what am I going to start with? I think I'm going to start with Caribbean. And then some of this dark navy. And then my my metallic teal and my metallic sea mist, I'll kind of swirl over the top. Okay. You could make a very neat puddle, but I like having the colors cross over and having a nice mix of colors there. Got a little fleck of paint there. Gotta get that off. Okay. So for a Dutch pour, you then, once you've got your colors here, whoops, I should have used a torch right from the beginning and just torched my base coat. You take some more of your base color and pour it around the edge. This will help your colors flow really well across the canvas. And I'll torch that too. Okay, then you use the blow dryer to blow the paint across, to blow the base coat across your colored paint, and then you blow the paint out from underneath it. Okay, so the white didn't totally cover over the colors, but it did sort of blend them. And now I'm going to blow it out. You don't want to blow too many times with this, especially on a small canvas. I'll probably blow this way, and then this way, maybe a third time, and then any little tweaks I'll do either with my mouth or with a straw. Alright, this is looking beautiful. These colors are striping in a really pretty way. We've got pattern flowing each direction. I don't know, if I wanted to make it really balanced, I'd blow out this way, but I really like how this looks all neat. So I don't think I'm going to touch that. But I am going to use my mouth to just tweak a couple of these lines here. Okay, I'm loving how this is looking. I just need to kind of look at it a little bit more and see if there's anything else that I need to add, any other details or kind of feathered points. If you blow quickly, you can kind of break the loop of paint and it makes this nice wisp effect. So I like that. I think I'm going to leave this the way it is. I'm going to torch it a little bit to see if I can bring up any more cells. But I love the way this is looking. So cool. Not my blow dryer. What am I doing? Torch. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's great. I love that. All right, I'm all done. Just take a little palette knife or popsicle stick and scrape the extra paint off of not the side of your edge, but the drips that are coming down underneath. Go ahead and get those off, and then I'll give you a close-up. All right, here we are. I think this is the orientation that I like, but look at that. We got some nice amount of cells come up either on their own or with the help of a torch. We got some beautiful organic looking designs there. I do love that streak going that way. And you can see the shimmer of that sea mist color and the metallic teal. Those are going to be so pretty when this dries. Well, thanks for joining me for this one, and I hope you'll come back and watch some more videos in the series, and I will see you for the next one. Bye!